Extended Vendors is an enhanced replacement for the Sage 300 AP Vendors form. It gives you more functionality when adding vendors and fast data access when looking up vendor information. Let's open Extended Vendors and review its features. The first thing you'll notice is the Vendor Number button. This is the Vendor Smart Finder. It lets you do internet browser-like searches. I'll enter C to find a vendor in Seattle. Notice that the Smart Finder displayed two vendors in the top grid, one with C in the vendor name field, Megatronics Research, and the other has Seattle in the city field. It also found two remit to addresses in the bottom grid that match C. I'll double-click vendor 6010 to open the record. You'll notice several other new buttons on the Extended Vendors page. Click the Address button to confirm the address for J.D. Garner Enterprises on Google Maps. Click the Email button to send an email to the company sales office. Click the Website button to display the Garner Enterprises website. The Copy Vendors button at the bottom lets you copy vendors to different Sage 300 companies. We'll look at it later. There's also another new button at the top of the screen, the Vendor Inquiry button. You may remember that Sage 300 provides a customer inquiry function, but doesn't have a similar vendor inquiry. The Vendor Inquiry screen displays up to 20 vendor inquiry tabs, depending on the Sage 300 applications that are installed on your system. Each tab focuses on an aspect of the vendor's data, so you can see all information for the vendor, including purchase orders. You can click the Purchase Orders column heading to drill down on the highlighted document. Let's look at the Contact tab. Sage 300 allows you to enter one contact for each vendor. That's the first one on the Contact tab. The grid below that lets you add as many company contacts as you want, with fields for the first name, last name, title, position, 3 phone numbers, email address, and notes. The field order makes it easy to create a contact report. You can highlight a contact and click the Email heading to fire off an email. Let's go back to the first tab and create a new vendor record. First, I'll look under the Settings menu to check that we're enforcing valid state and country codes. We are. Click the New button, then add information to create the new vendor. I'll add number 1205, name Universal Corp, group code USA, and I'll enter UK for the country. Notice that the country code changes to GB because UK is not a valid country code and we're enforcing valid country codes. Now I'll click the Copy Vendors button to copy this new vendor to other Sage 300 companies that will also use it in future. A new window appears and it shows me all the vendors that have been added or changed during this session. You can see that vendor 1205 has been included, so I can immediately copy it to other companies. Alternatively, you can select a range of vendors using different vendor fields. The previous range settings have been remembered, and I can click the Load button to load them into the bottom grid. I'll just cherry pick the single vendor we added by clicking Select None and then clicking the Include column for the new vendor. Now I'll click the Copy button to display the list of companies from the Sage 300 site directory. I'll copy the new vendor to Copy Ltd. The program displays a logon screen to ensure that I have sufficient rights to add vendors to all the target companies, and the operation is completed. Like most TaiRox products that perform potentially large changes, Extended Vendors keeps a daily log, which you can see here. That completes a quick look at Extended Vendors, one of the TaiRox productivity tools for Sage 300. Please visit the TaiRox website for more detailed information about productivity tools and other TaiRox products.